do it.
Bharat, just one point I want to mention here is that what Sanjay has said, in SR, we had tremendous support from our promoter directors group and the board of directors of various companies. One very important point, you need tremendous amount of patience. You need tremendous amount of patience. And if you are waiting with the bank looking for an IFRS presentation of your own accounts and conversion, and you are continuously poking them, and you are going to make mistakes.
Jimmy, let me come to you. In terms of, I guess, the people management challenges, let's say you have the board which has bought into this change. You have the senior management, the CXOs who also bought into it. Now, that level downwards, we talked about incentivizing them, incentivizing the various people involved in this in the right manner. In terms of best practices, what would you advise that companies do?
I think one of the first things that companies need to do is to train their people. And when I say training, I mean, a lot of people make the mistake of kind of, sending people to courses which are not customized. I don't think that works, frankly. Some of that may work as an orientation program, but I think you need to have a training which is able to relate the IFRS kind of changes to your own organization. And I think the more you train people, the better it is. I think there are many organizations which have now started using e-learning, for example. There are e-learning modules available to kind of disseminate, IFRS-related information, and organizations are using that. I think at the business level, there is no substitute, as I said, for having a program of linking budgets to kind of IFRS numbers. This is one of the practical things I want to share with this group. Over the last 10 years, many Indian companies have been preparing US GAAP financial statements because they are listed in the US markets, etc. The difference between companies which have successfully embraced this international reporting and are able to relate to the concepts and those companies which make this a year-end exercise is how much are the internal performance measures linked to the US GAAP numbers, or in this case, the IFRS numbers. If you let them kind of, move in different directions, nobody in business is going to take this seriously. But if you kind of tell businesses that, look, the way you do a transaction will be measured based on what the outcome as per this framework is, you will automatically see a buy-in from business. So I think, the point really is your internal parameters and your external parameters cannot be different. Otherwise, you have a recipe for disaster.
We have one last opportunity for concluding remarks from each of you. Let's start with you, Jimmy.
I think this is IFRS convergence will happen. I don't think we should waste time in terms of debating whether it will happen in 2011 or 1 year later. The important part is to start preparing for it, get people trained, and see what are the different gaps which exist in our current systems and processes. So preparation by training people would be my key takeaway point.
Dr. Basu.
I have 3 points to make. Any problem to solve it, the best way of solving is to begin. So let us begin it, and good beginning is half done. The most important thing is it is not only the accounting community to take up IFRS as implementation as a subject, but the entire organization has to work with it. So there is a support needed. So you have to start building up from today.
I think my colleagues have covered the key parts of it. Just one thing, we tend to use English as a language to communicate all over the world. Otherwise, we tend to take translators along and they help us communicate with a foreign language. So this is what we want to achieve through IFRS, a common language all over the world which can communicate to various stakeholders. Therefore, I think this is, while it is coming, it's already there, but this is the importance of it. So let's all make it happen.
All right. Thank you all very much for joining us. 3 key takeaways from our panelists over here. But please continue watching. We have a lot more lined up for you.
We also caught up with delegates at the event. Here's what they had to say.
I think what we are trying to do out here along with Nasiba is to get CFOs together to discuss what are the issues which are most relevant to the current environment, whether it is in terms of risk management, it is in terms of reporting, etc., etc. The last session was about moving to the international financial reporting standards, which is a framework that India will need to move to very soon. And I think what a panel of kind of consultants plus companies really does is marry the kind of the the sort of experience that a consultant had with the practical implementation experience that companies have. And I think from a participant's perspective, it is always useful to hear firsthand from somebody who's gone through it kind of earlier. And I think that's really the what was the objective of that session, where I think the panelists talked about, what this whole convergence to IFRS means and what are some of the challenges that will come up, and practically how have companies gone about to address these challenges.
This is a regular event done by NASIBA, and I think there are some more on similar lines. I think they are a very good platform for the CFOs to come and air their views and interact with all other CFOs, especially the topics like IFRS, which is very new to the Indian market and it has to be implemented, and we have to converge to the IFRS standards very soon. And so is for our rating agencies. For example, some of these qualitative parameters which we use in rating are unknown to the marketplace. So we also, rating agencies also get a good forum to expose our those myths to them, that it's not a black box. We try to demystify what we do in the rating committee meetings.
Given the current recession, CFOs are in the driver's seat in terms of strategies, in terms of cost-cutting measures and cost optimization measures. So we're always looking for forums where you have, CFOs and other C-level executives meeting.
That's all for now. Keep watching NDTV Profit for more.
This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV Profit.
Hello and welcome to Joss Books. It's the only show that takes you into the world of readers, writers, and the latest publishing trends. But first, a quick look at what's on our bookshelf today. Journalist Sadanand Dhume on his book, My Friend the Fanatic. Curator and arts writer Alka Pandey on her favorite reading list. And all the top book events of the week. Asterix, the famous comic book character, celebrates its 50th anniversary. That's up ahead in Book Pills.
Asterix is 50 and everyone's invited.